can't time the market. I've been in this business for over 15 years, and what I know is that timing the real estate market is near impossible. The home prices go up, they go down, interest rates go up, and they go down. But to buy it at the perfect storm is just not something that's totally attainable. So there's a lot of excuses out there for people. Right now, the biggest one is, I'm waiting for rates to come back down. Well, yes, that's true. Interest rates have gone up a considerable amount over the last couple months, but that's because interest rates were artificially low for the last couple years. There was a lot of government intervention, more than we've ever seen during COVID, where the federal government was buying mortgage-backed securities at a pace that is unprecedented in our lifetime, really. They were buying every single mortgage-backed security, which drove the interest rates down. So everybody got used to artificially low interest rates for the past 2+ years, and it drove the rates into the 2s, which we had never ever seen before. So now with interest rates in the 5s and 6s is where the market always tends to settle when there is a normal real estate market. Now, it is less affordable because the home prices have gone up, but this is where the market should be. So now the question is, should I wait for home prices to come back down? And that's not the case either. Now, will you see some home prices come down? Yes, absolutely. We're already starting to see it, but what we're seeing more so is that buyers are back in the market. They're able to get their low down payment FHA or VA loans accepted. The sellers are starting to play ball with some closing costs or reducing the sales price. And so it's making the market more in equilibrium where you can settle out at a more normal amount instead of offering several $100,000 over the purchase price or over the list price. So it's making it more attainable for buyers in this market. Another common objection is, I want to save 20% before I buy a house. Well, we know that it takes 7 years for the average person to save 20% down. If a home appreciates 3% per year, that 7 years that you waited is not worth the time to put 20% down to avoid PMI. That's the reason people want to wait till they put 20% down, is to avoid PMI. Primary mortgage insurance is very inexpensive these days, especially with good credit scores. You can buy a home, your first home, with as little as 3% down or 5% down with a conventional loan, or 3.5% with FHA. So paying PMI is better solution than waiting 7 years to save up your 20% down. So think about it in terms of return on investment. So if you go into a $300,000 home and you put just 3% down, that's $9,000. Your return on investment is significantly higher because that $300,000 home is what's appreciating. The average appreciation rate is 3 to 4% in the Texas market. And so that $9,000 the first year, that $300,000 home has grown by, say, 3%. So that's $9,000 the first year, and it's 100% return on investment. And that investment will continue to grow. So there's no reason to wait. The time to buy real estate is always now. There's no reason to wait. There's no reason to try to time the market. It's always the best time to buy is when you're ready, when it fits your budget, when it fits your goals, when it fits your dreams. You buy the home and then you go to refinance it later on when the payments are lower. The rates will always cycle, but to time those rates is near impossible. So we know that 70% of the loans for the last 2 years were refinances. It's because those people already owned a home that they wanted, that they needed for their family, and then when the opportunity arose, they refinanced it to get a better payment.